Have you ever felt punished at work or excluded from school simply because your brain works differently? If you have ADHD and were fired, or if you've been told you can't learn like everyone else, this video is for you. Today we'll talk about your legal rights in the United States, share real-life examples, and introduce you to different professionals who can help you take back control of your life. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is recognized as a disability under the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. That means if your ADHD limits your ability to work, learn, or function, you are legally protected. This law applies to white heavy checkmark workplaces, white heavy checkmark schools and universities, white heavy checkmark public services, white heavy checkmark in job interviews. Being fired or excluded for having ADHD can be illegal. Stick with me, this could change everything. James worked in logistics. He was struggling with organization, missing deadlines, and constantly feeling overwhelmed. He had already been seeing a neuropsychologist who diagnosed him with ADHD and gave him detailed reports and cognitive strategies. But instead of offering support, James's manager said, "You're not focused enough. This job isn't for you." He was fired. James knew his rights. With help from his neuropsychologist and a lawyer, he filed a complaint with the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The company was forced to settle and change its practices. Now, James works in a place that respects neurodiversity. And every morning, he uses the Genius Wave to start his day with focus and clarity. So what are your rights? Backhand index pointing right, you can't be fired because of ADHD. Backhand index pointing right, your employer must consider reasonable accommodations. Backhand index pointing right, you're protected, even if you didn't disclose your diagnosis at first. What can you do? White heavy checkmark document everything. White heavy checkmark talk to HR with a medical letter. White heavy checkmark file a complaint at EEOC.gov. White heavy checkmark ask for legal or advocacy support. Anna is 16. She had trouble focusing, completing homework, and staying calm during exams. Her mother had taken her to a learning specialist, a psychopedagogue who created a personalized learning plan based on Anna's ADHD profile. But her school refused to implement any changes. A teacher even said, "You don't belong in this class." Her mother demanded a 504 plan, a legal document that protects students with disabilities. After weeks of pressure, the plan was approved. Anna got white heavy checkmark extra time on tests, white heavy checkmark flexible deadlines, white heavy checkmark access to a counselor. And before every study session, Anna listens to the Genius Wave for 7 minutes. It helps her feel focused and in control. No school or university can legally deny support to someone with ADHD. Backhand index pointing right, you're entitled to a 504 plan or IEP. Backhand index pointing right, you have the right to equal access to education. Backhand index pointing right, schools must make reasonable accommodations. If you face rejection, white heavy checkmark request an evaluation. White heavy checkmark involve a medical or educational specialist. White heavy checkmark file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education, Office for Civil Rights. Maria worked in retail. Fast-paced, noisy and stressful. She had seen an occupational therapist who helped her understand how her ADHD and anxiety affected her ability to manage time and transitions. She requested white heavy checkmark scheduled breaks, white heavy checkmark a quieter area to complete reports, white heavy checkmark a visual task planner. Instead, her supervisor ignored her and later cut her hours without explanation. With documentation from her occupational therapist, Maria took the case to HR and then to a labor attorney. Today, she runs her own small business and uses the Genius Wave daily because calming the mind helps her focus on what matters. Here's what to remember. Right Arrow ADHD is a recognized disability. Right Arrow, you have the right to work, learn, and succeed. Right Arrow professionals like neuropsychologists, learning specialists, therapists, and occupational therapists are on your side. Right Arrow, and so is the law. And if you're looking for a quick, daily way to help your brain feel calm and clear, headphone, try the Genius Wave. It's a 7-minute audio program based on real neuroscience. It's not a replacement for therapy, but it can be a powerful tool in your routine. Click the link below and see how it can help you today. Because you deserve to thrive. exactly as you are.